Hello guys, welcome to the first video of my paid coaching sessions now that applications are open. Today we're going to be coaching a Darius player. If you like the format of coaching that you see in the video, applications will remain open. I'm trying to keep the prices as reasonable as possible for the foreseeable future. So there'll be a link in the description to my Fiverr page where you can see the 3 different packages that you can purchase. There's a basic, there's a standard, and there's a premium. The customer that I'll be coaching today has purchased the premium package, which means they'll get 4 sessions, 1 a week over the next 4 weeks. So in each week, we're going to look for something for them to improve on, and we're going to see the progress over the month and see how far we can get them to climb with 4 sessions. So yeah, if you would like to get coached in the style that you see in this video, have a look in the description, follow the link into the Fiverr page, and you'll see what's available there. So as for Darius, just while I wait to start the call with this guy, Darius is a champion where if you fist fight Darius, you will lose. So I would expect that the majority of the issues in people trying to climb with Darius is not fighting people, because a lot of the time Darius is just going to win almost by default, just by being a stronger champion in a fist fight than other champions are. What the problem is likely going to be is not quite understanding how to make your opponent fight you, giving them too much freedom, letting them scale for free, and giving them an easy time in lane. So what I would expect that we're looking to teach today will be how to get the wave into a good state to force the enemy to walk up into you, how to create leads in lane without flipping things. So how to gradually expand a lead rather than just play for solo kill into solo kill into solo kill into solo kill. Things like denying XP to snowball, playing off your level up timers, playing off your item spikes, getting really good reset timers in, which will allow you to to get an item spike and then use it. So I think we'll be looking at these things. So yeah, okay, I'm going to start the call now, and we'll jump into the call with today's client. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya, how you doing?
Yeah, just ran back up to the loft. Just grabbed a drink. It's a little bit out of breath. But yeah, good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, yeah.
Good.
Before we get started, do you have a OPGG that I can take a look at?
Yeah, the summoner. I sent you the summoner name yesterday. I'll send it again.
Okay, cool, thank you. I'm assuming it's EUS, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'll share my screen for now, and then we'll get into a game, and then you can share your screen with me. There we go. Okay, so you've been playing Darius and Aurelia. So we'll take a look at a Darius game.
Just go full screen.
Okay, so I'm looking at your itemization and skill order. Everything looks pretty, not runes as well. Everything looks pretty standard. I don't think you're having too much issue there. We'll have to get into game and see what we can find. You only have the 1 game in your past 20 on Darius, so it's a bit hard to review just from your OPGG, so I think we should...
I've played 2 this morning if you update, but they're not ranked, not ranked ones, just normals to warm up.
Yeah, that's fine. So what, in your opinion, what do you think you're struggling with the most? Refresh, it might pop up.
I don't know. It's one of those that everyone kind of feels. I know everyone kind of feels that they're not meant to be at the rank that they are. I probably am meant to be bronze at the moment because, like I said, I truly haven't played ranked properly now for a few years. Like the last time I probably took it really seriously was in 2018. So it's been about 6 years.
Okay.
Since I've played it. My biggest weakness is probably after a loss or after a bad. My mental's usually pretty good. I'm a sportsman in real life as well, so I'm used to taking losses.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not. I don't know. I just I'm not sure why I lose. I lose games sometimes. I'm not sure where when I have had a good start to a game where I
Yeah.
need to go and press on forwards. Everything that I've watched, like I watch a lot of replays of high level Darius players on YouTube,
Okay.
um, and it seems like I try and copy behaviors of what they do, but then some stuff kind of it eludes me. So yeah, you can see there that season 9 I was plat 4. That was
Yeah,
I
very
think I
similar in
peaked.
season 8.
I think I peaked plat 1 that season, but that was when ranked decay was a thing.
Ah, yeah, I
So
remember.
and so I stopped playing for a bit because I was out in Jordan, and then I came back. Uh, I came back. I was working out there, so then I came back and had to stop playing because I was getting ready for my wedding. So, but that was kind of like I said yesterday. I was kind of just a pocket Lulu for a Twitch player that I used to know, and we just started. She used to stomp games that way, but I didn't learn anything.
Okay.
So season 8 was when I played top jungle. I think that was when it was uh Shyvana. So that's probably the bet. So yeah, gold 1 platform is probably my where I have peaked, where I've felt like I've been doing it myself kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you queue up for a game and share your screen, I'll put that on my main screen, and then while you're queuing, we can just have a chat about some of the things that you like, dislike, strengths and weaknesses of Darius. Basically, I just want to hear your opinions and insights on what you think of the champion before we go into game.
You can see my screen, yeah?
Yep, working perfectly.
So Darius, he's got a super strong early game. He duels very
Yep.
well with his W from level 1, especially if you catch people off. If you catch them off guard by hiding in a brush. It's good sustain with his Q if you hit the out part.
Yep.
He is so great duelist at most levels of the game until people have to itemize against you. Also decent in a team fight if you can get close because of his resets on his R. And his passive makes all of this possible. It's AD plus a bleed. It's like ignite plus gives you AD as well. Easy to farm because of his W resets.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Weaknesses, he's
Yeah, weaknesses.
pretty easy to kite because he has one pull that you if you miss it, then you're just going to have a bad time. And sometimes you need to save that to disrupt CC. Like if you're playing Gnar, you want to catch his jump as opposed to use it to initiate.
Yep.
So it's kind of he's kiteable, typical top lane juggernaut. I don't think he plays too badly from behind because a lot of his damage is kind of inbuilt at the early levels. But if he gets too far behind, if you get turbo ganked top,
Yeah, he's a very
you know,
snowball reliant champion.
yeah, he does. He does get, So if you're kind of maybe half an item behind your opponent, probably gonna have a bad time as well. And then it's harder to get back in because you have to then go and steal farm from other lanes.
Yep.
What else? Yeah, I think that's about it
No,
as in a
that
nutshell.
all sounds good. Let's queue up for a ranked game. In this first sort of half an hour while you're playing the first game, my main goal is to get to know you as a player, because the way I can help you best is by figuring out where you're at. Because I see a lot
Yeah,
of coaching videos where it's like the person loads into the game and the coach is just telling them what to do from minute 1. And I
yeah,
don't feel like that's a good way to judge what level someone's at already. What I will do is give you a couple of things to think about while you're in the game. So the two main things, well, it's two questions essentially that I want to ask you. One is, what's the most important thing for your trade patterns in lane? What a lot of the time will dictate whether you win or lose a trade?
If I can take a long trade, and if I'm fighting in my minions,
Yeah,
so not
that's
taking as
true.
much.
That's true.
So
In
and then
terms of Darius's spells, though, there's sort of one thing that is the trade looks night and day different if one thing happens.
auto Q, auto W into that's so making sure you get that reset off, and then
Yep, the auto reset's good.
um getting the Q on the outside
Yeah,
of
perfect.
the
That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's
yeah.
quite a simple thing. It's just if you hit with the inside of your Q, your trade looks a lot worse than if you hit with the outside of your Q.
Yeah, you suck if that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So in a lot of your matchups, you want to be thinking about how am I going to hit this Q. So into some champions, they're going to have, for example, Garen has a slow cleanse on his Q, right? So
Yeah.
you can't hit confirm your Q with your W like you can in a lot of matchups. In a lot of matchups, hitting your Q outer edge is going to be a case of you W slow them and then you Q them. Which, like you said, the auto WQ with the auto cancel, that does exactly the trick. But some champions, for example, Riven is a matchup as well. She can dash into your Q.
Yeah.
So against those champions, you want to hit confirm your Q with your E.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's number one for lane, and then for outside of lane, there is one thing in particular when I think of Darius in team fights that I'm thinking of. It dictates whether he's an absolute menace or completely useless. Do you know what it is?
In a team fight.
Yeah.
No idea.
So for me, if I see a Darius approaching a team fight with his summoner spells available, he's an absolute demon. But if I see him approaching a team fight with no summoner spells, he can be kind of useless, especially when he's running Ghost Flash. A Darius with Ghost and Flash going into a team fight is terrifying. But a Darius with no Ghost, no Flash going into a team fight, the AD carry is just going to look at you and kill you.
Yeah.
So
You got to play a little bit more cautious then.
Once you start getting into the mid to late game, you want to be thinking, do I really want to use my summoner spell just for this one kill when there's a dragon coming up, for example? I think in the mid to late, the main thing that you want to do is have your summoner spells at the right moments. In the lane phase, it's going to be a lot about... Okay, well, you mentioned Gnar before, so we'll see the Gnar matchup.
Yeah, lovely. That's what we wanted to see. Bitch of a matchup to begin with. Go for it. Why not?
Yep. Do you have a plan for what you want to do at the start of the game?
Don't want to get harassed down too much. Let him push me in. Doran's shield probably because for his ranged, and try and fight him in mini form if I manage to get close. Save my E for his jump.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that sounds about right. And if I can cheese him,
cheesing him would be very, very good.
Would be pretty damn sick.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully, it should just switch straight onto my client. Not the client now. The
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so during this, I'm going to try to like pilot you or instruct you as little as possible. But I think most of what you'll hear from me is going to be questions rather than instructions.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Cheesing him might be difficult because he's just going to scout the brush with a Q, but I think I'll try it.
Yeah, give it a go. Bear that in mind. What you just said is really good information that he can scout the bush with his Q, but the bush is wider than his Q, so
yeah,
you can kind of bait him into a false sense of security if you manage to dodge the Q that he throws into the bush, if he chooses to do that. He also might just not. He might just disrespect you and walk in.
I used to main Mal's back in season 3. One of my favorite champions, man.
He was a very different champion as well. He had the pool on W, right? In season 3.
He did. That's how old I am.
Those were the good old days. Yeah, I started on the The patch where Vi was the loading screen.
Wow. I can't even tell you who. I think I started on the old client.
It was definitely the old client. The old client was better
Yeah.
though. That's why
Yeah.
the new one just doesn't work in a lot of ways.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, I've got a question for you right now. So looking at this game state, are you expecting to be strong side or weak side? Are you familiar with the
Strong
concept of?
side
Yeah,
because
perfect.
she's starting bot, so she's gonna
Yes.
come up, hopefully gank me.
I wouldn't count on it because she's
But I wouldn't
Shyvana.
count either.
She's not the
Yeah.
best ganker in the game, but if just you can bear in mind that you have your jungler with you, or you expect to have your jungler with you anyway.
Yeah.
You have to be
I find it.
somewhat flexible in solo queue because junglers can do weird things. Like she could choose to do her bot side and then invade enemy bot side or something. You never actually know what she's gonna do, but you can make a plan.
I find it difficult to rely on junglers.
Yeah, it's difficult to rely on anyone in solo queue.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to sort of have the mindset of this might happen, but I'm not going to rely on it.
Come on, step up. Step up.
Okay. Are you aware of when you will hit level 2?
Few more minions.
Okay.
One more minion.
Yeah. Good. Really good.
Wow.
Okay. So there's two things there, right? I'm sure you're aware, but first we could have used summoner spells earlier to get out once we messed up. But to not mess up in the first place, what went wrong is that you didn't hit confirm your Q with your W. If you hit
Didn't.
confirmed your Q with your W there, that was a hard winning trade for you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Okay, what are you thinking at this point?
Right, freeze it a little bit on my side.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
And are you aware what this wave's going to do in the next 2 or 3 waves?
Stack up, slow push it
Yep.
into his tower.
Perfect.
He's not being as aggro as he can on me. Probably shouldn't have gone too hard for the trade. Oh, you bitch. Missed my missed my E.
Okay, I really like the intent of what you just did. I think you're just not quite confident enough. But we'll go through that in the VOD review.
But yeah.
But I think there's some really good intent being shown there.
Come on, run out. Oh, that hit hard. It's got a long sword.
Ooh,
Ah!
close. Jungle gap. GG.
Yeah, no, jungle diff. Take these. Take a longsword.
Yeah, I would go for a longsword here. While you walk into lane and you've got some time to chat,
Yep.
I was thinking, since we've got 4 sessions, it could be a good plan to break it down into phases of the game. So for the first
Yep.
week, we'll cover sort of like the first sort of 8 to 10 minutes, sort of like this early laning phase. And then the next session, we could do the later laning phase, and then we could do mid game, and then we could do late game. It's a good move. Nars pretty low.
I'm going to push this in. Oh, I thought he was going back. Fuck off. Fuck you, nah. Fuck you. I'm going to go back.
It would have been very good if he went back, but it's
I know. I thought
it's
I
good
saw him
even if he
try. I
doesn't,
thought,
because now you can.
yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
just get the dagger. There's nothing else you can get.
Yeah. That's sad. Mm. He's not bought yet. He's going to have to buy now, surely.
Yeah, he's gonna base now.
Well, she's kind of hard camping top, which is nice. Maybe because I got her the jungle kill. That's good going. Yeah. What? Go
So
on.
there
Go on,
was
explode.
there was just a window of about 20 seconds where Gnar felt really free to do whatever he wanted. Do you know why that is?
In that trade there.
Sort of after, yeah, in the past little bit that happened, there was about a 20-second window where Gnar could do whatever he wanted.
No. I didn't
It
see.
was after you missed your E. So your E was on cooldown for 24 seconds,
Yeah.
and Gnar could abuse that really hard if he wanted to. Because it's your only sort of threat on him. You know, like how people say missing a blitz. Sorry, I'll let you fight. That's really good if you hit the Q. Oh,
Yeah. Nearly.
just a bit indecisive on that Q.
Yeah. I didn't commit hard enough, absolutely.
I think that's been a
Man.
trend a couple of times. We'll see it in the VOD review after.
Remember what I
yeah,
told
have
you
you?
yesterday about playing like a pussy? This is sometimes I feel it myself. I'm like, why am I just not going for it?
It's hard because I think part of the problem is just experience. The more times you find yourself in a situation, the more confident you'll be when you're in it again.
Yeah.
Like you start to know, oh, I win this, and you just go for it. Whereas
Yep.
there's like hesitation. There's like, oh, I'm not sure if I win this or not. Okay, I think Nar made a mistake there. Um, I'll note it down, and then let me open my notes, and then I can go into why I think he made such a big mistake. And it's something
Okay.
that we could.
Exploit. Yeah. Oh my god, what is happening? Part of this is I know I'm being watched as well. It's like,
Yeah,
come
no,
on.
I know. It always makes it really sort of nerve wracking. I felt like that a lot while playing on stream.
Oh, fuck, there's three of them there.
Yeah, it's gone. Um, but yeah, winning
I'm
is
gonna
not.
greed for this. Shouldn't have greeded for it.
You know what? I actually would have done exactly the same though.
Just greed for the wave since I'm so far behind.
It's more because if you don't push that wave in, Gnar will just freeze on you because he has such a
Yeah.
big wave caught outside his tower. So I think knowing when to be greedy like that is also a very good skill. But yeah, winning the game is not very important to me. Neither really is how you play or whether things you do work. It's more about seeing your intent. So
Yeah.
like earlier when I said there was good intent, I think it's things like that. Oh, I think you might have been able to just ult him early, like before
Early, yeah.
to get like sometimes you can ult to get the stack. I think the main problem you're having now is just being behind in gold in a
Behind,
in
yeah.
a lane where you need to be ahead.
I can't believe he went Merc Treads and he's getting away with it. I also can't believe that she's wasn't here 3 seconds earlier. Oh, she's got one. No, don't greed for it.
They
Okay.
killed each other. Amazing.
Come on, I know you just went in this brush. Nah. Hmm. Fuck right off. Right force, nah, lovely. This is mine. Hopefully, he does the thing about pushing in, leaving me alone to farm under my tower now.
Okay, you see him running down to the play in like mid bot side. So
Yep.
what's your plan given that
Try and push.
information?
Try
Yeah.
and push. Takes tower. Punish him for not being here like he...
I don't think you'll be able to take his tower, but you can make his tower kill your minions so that he doesn't get them.
Yeah, deny. Perfect. Yeah, I know.
Also, even in Master, I ignore pretty much 90% of things and chat. I think it's overwhelmingly useless. There's like the odd occasion where something's useful, but that was a good two-man queue. If we were strong, it could have mattered, but
Yeah.
we're mostly
Honestly, I
just
don't think
suffering from being behind at this point.
I don't think my mechanics are too bad with him. I've just pussied out too early on, and I think this cost me now.
What's your game
The-
plan from this far behind? What are you
I
thinking?
I need to farm and probably try and split, take pressure where I can when like that when I had to drag two with me. MF strong.
Yeah, that's the key concept. I would look to
So
play with the people on your team who are strong rather than
oh
I,
yeah,
I think making the like splitting makes the game more about you. Now you
okay,
don't want to let if Gnar has like waves on your turret, you want to catch them. But in general, if you're the one who's like if it's your job to get carried in a game, you want to make it as easy as possible for the people that are gonna carry to carry.
oh yeah,
But your job to maintain it's like a maintenance job, right? You have to just make sure that Gnar doesn't get towers in the split push.
yep.
Okay, so now that he's got two full waves to take before he can even push anything. So now let's go look to play with someone. There might be nothing to do, but we can just look, just see if something around. Like maybe while this Malzahar's walking around the jungle, someone pops out, or maybe you can gank mid together, or there just might be something to do. Oh look, and I'll probably get out of there because you're low. You see how much easier it is to play when you have someone with you who's not as behind as you are.
Yep. Good shout. I need to go and buy this stride breaker so I can at least stick to
Yeah, that item's really good on Darius. So now back to maintenance, and then we can look because if you look, Gnar's gonna be on your tower soon, so we gotta
Yep.
go do some maintenance. Gotta go do the cleanup duty, and then we can go play the game again.
He's bot. Cool. Okay. Thornmail, Cinderbloom. That's probably dangerous.
Since we're approaching late game now, if we think about how, like, what champions are on the enemy team,
Yep.
what do you think is like the best way to play out a team fight? Or
Heal
the
for my MF. Oh, you fucker.
I think you're right, but there's a reason specifically as Darius why that's really good. What's going to happen if you're like, who are you hitting if you're peeling MF?
Akali.
Or
Any of the, or the Rammus.
yes, in this situation, I would be looking to hit Rammus 5 times, specifically 5 times, because he's the easiest guy for you to proc your passive on.
Yep.
And once it's active, you can then start putting it on everyone. Nice. Really nice flash pull. Okay, what could you have done there that would have made that fight completely one-sided?
Got my, like what you said, get my passive up before.
And there was a really easy way for you to get your passive up there. What would it have been?
Executed Akali when she was suppressed.
I was thinking Caitlyn. You just
Okay.
because she was
that's
really
true.
low.
You could have
just.
You're right.
You wouldn't need any stacks because she's so low on health. You could just execute her straight away, and then you're playing the rest of the fight with 5-stack Darius passive.
Yeah, that was dumb of her to stand so close though. Like I'd be grieving if I didn't do that.
I think that was really good. Very decisive.
And I'm gonna get fucking collapsed on here. Nope. Okay. Let him push that in. I'm not gonna be able to catch her, but go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
just buried.
Okay.
The only thing you
At least we
missed there,
got her
I think you did everything right there, except you forgot to stride breaker.
Ah, I did. Yep, would have got it. That would have got me it.
The rest was good.
Okay. I mean, I'll take a one-man Gnarl. Any CC whatsoever, no.
Oh, that guy just Zonya'd nothing.
Bitch.
I would try to get my team to do Baron here, because you just killed 2 people. A lot of the time, you'll find that people don't really know what to do when you kill people, and most of the time, if there's a dragon or a Baron up, doing the objective is going to be the right thing to do. Sometimes it's not, sometimes you're not healthy enough, or you just don't have someone to tank it or something like that, but most of the time, this is going to be the right thing to do. Yeah, do you notice how much easier the game felt when you, as soon as you sort of made it more about your teammates than yourself because you're behind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas you'd want to do the opposite if you were ahead. You'd want to try and like ping your teammates to come and help you and make the game revolve around you. You got a lot of gold actually. You got a 1,000 shutdown off someone in that fight.
Yeah, I know.
Huge.
Put me back in the game, like in a big, big way.
Definitely. You're going to be level 16 soon as well, so your ult's going to start doing a
It's
ton.
fucking brutal. Oh, beautiful.
Why do you think I like that you're going top lane here?
Oh, you like it? Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they've got a kill, and I'm gonna take pressure off. That's the only lane that's not pushed as well.
Yeah, what do I want you to do after you take this wave?
Go help mid.
It's more about the objectives in the game. So you see
Dragons up.
dragons
Yep.
about to spawn, and now
Yep.
you've got your top wave in a position where you have pressure, like your team has pressure in top, and you're going to be at this dragon, which your team are just winning now. So now that they've already won, I would just push mid and let them do the dragon. But yeah, it was good that you were walking top, because getting the pressure in the lane opposite the objective that's coming up is really good. What can you do after this inhib?
They bot turret.
Yep, you
Bot inhib.
you can get the bot one as well. Big Q. All right, nice. We won.
Brought it back.
We did. Okay, so I think there's a good mix of like learning been done already and plenty of things we can learn from, which is great.
Awesome.
So I think what I'd like to start with is when you play ranged matchups like that, do you find them very difficult and frustrating?
Yes. I mean, I died 3 times before I did anything there. So
Yeah,
you can probably see that I was. I'll stop sharing my screen now. You can
yeah. I'll
take
share mine.
take the reins.
Um, okay, so streams. I'll put this on, and then I'll put this here. Okay. So here yesterday I just went into a game on my account that's in like high diamond.
All
And
right,
I
you're
played,
sharing.
yeah, I played some Darius just to get some like demonstration footage that
Yep.
I'd like to go through. So you can see here I'm against Karma top, which is it's a very frustrating matchup, right?
Yeah.
But
That
I want to
sounds
show
horrible.
you some things you can do. Here, there's like a weird thing where she's like here, but what I'm trying to do is make it. I'm trying to cheese her on her way to lane, right? And I do get the cheese. I've got another example against Vladimir top, which is another annoying range matchup where I don't get a cheese. So you'll see one where I do and one where I don't.
Yep.
But I'll show you some stuff you can do. So you can see here I'm getting my cheese. Because I think this is really helpful as a melee into range top player. So she's got no flash now, and she's chunked. But the thing is, do you see... I really wish I had Epic Pen. Do I not have Epic Pen? I'm going to download Epic Pen, one sec. I had it on my old PC, but I got a new PC since then.
Nice. I've just ordered I've actually bought a the Republic of Gamers Nook, which is like a tiny super mini PC. That's a gaming PC to take it with me when I go to work in
Oh, nice.
Warrington. Yeah, I haven't tried it. I need to build it, but it sounds like fun. It's got a
Nice.
4070 in it, just randomly.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty nice laptop. I've got a laptop with a 3060 in it.
My laptop also is nice, but it's a 14-inch, and
okay, yeah.
on my old man eyes, that's not good. Like, not good at all.
I don't want to start it on Windows. Starting.
Oh,
Okay.
mate, if you just go into your task manager, you can turn off everything that starts automatically. I have nothing starting automatically. Maybe Discord. I like Discord.
Discord, and yeah, I think that's it. No, I'm just trying it for free. Thank you. Right, now I can draw on my screen. Okay, so you see these creeps.
Yep.
What we want to do is see if we can get the experience on these ones while not letting her get the experience on these ones. And the way to do that is I'm going to position myself between her and the minions, because Karma, while she can poke me, right? If I'm stood here, to get the XP on these creeps, she needs to be stood here. But she can't stand this close to Darius. I'll just kill her. Yeah. So if we watch what I do in this situation, you see I'm just threatening to walk at her. And I'm sort of wiggling in and out of her max range, so she's not getting free autos on me. And now, as the minions are getting low, I'm really starting to pressure. I don't really care that this hit me because I've got Doran's shield, but she missed experience, which is like way bigger than missing gold. If you can make people miss experience, it's huge. And you can do this into a lot of range tops. If I quickly just show the level 1 again in the other one that I was going to show you. Where's this all? This is from a while ago. It's a game that I played on stream, but I just thought it was quite good at showing the same concept.
Yeah.
So I'm against Vladimir in this game. And here, you see, I want to make him miss these creeps of XP. So I'm just going to walk at him. And I'm not letting him queue me for free, but now I will, because now, you know, he's missing this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk back in and get the XP. You see? So already, before the lane even starts, I have an experience lead. Now, if we look at how I convert this in the Karma one, the next thing I do after getting this experience lead is I'm going to get my level 2. So I go back and I start hitting the creeps, which you knew your level 2 timer in the last game, and the intent for your level 2, like you did this, right? You got level 2 and you instantly ran at him.
Yeah.
And now I'm pushing her out with the level 2. And now I'm just denying more XP. And I'm just going to keep, like, because in this situation, let's say it's you and Gnar, right? And you got Darius, that's a terrible 2. Imagine that's a 2. You got Darius 2 and Gnar 1, okay? It's really hard for Gnar 1 to walk in here.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, these creeps are dying. And he's not getting XP, so you're getting an even bigger XP lead. So a lot of it is just having the confidence to, like, say, oh yeah, I'll take a bit of poke, but I'm going to put myself in a position where you have to walk through me to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me show you. I crashed the wave and I reset, and then when I come back, it's going to start coming into me, right? And as it's coming in, oh wait, there's a gank that happens. I'm not really too interested in what happens in the gank. I'm more interested in how I play the 1v1. So here, these creeps are what she wants to last hit, right?
Yep.
If I stand here, she can last hit this. But if I stand here, do you see how she can't?
Yep, understood.
So with melee versus range, it's all about where you position yourself. So if I let it play, what I do is I watch the health of this cannon, and as it gets low, I'm positioning myself here. So now, what she does is she gets greedy and goes, well, I'm getting this fucking cannon minion, and then she just walks into me and dies. But
Wow.
like this will happen. Like this is a Diamond 1 karma as well. And people just do this because they're not willing to miss cannon minions.
This is what I'm saying, right? What you said there, I understand like perfectly.
Yeah.
But I feel so bronze when I'm playing. And I'm like, oh, this
No,
is gonna.
it's fine. It will take
expect.
it will take practice.
Yeah.
Let me.
Got ya.
I'm not sure if I can. I should be able to add you as a friend on League and then view the game from your match history.
Yeah, of course.
Right, because if it was like different servers, you'd have to send me the VOD, I think.
Nah, bro, EUS for life. I know. I've lived in Leeds for such a long time now. I still don't sound like I'm from here.
How long have you lived there?
Since 1998.
Oh wow, I was 1 at that time.
Yeah. Oh right, so you're not too. I mean,
I'm quite
what
old.
are you now?
26.
Yeah, late 20s. Oh, you know Vapora Dark.
Yeah, I do.
Bloody hell.
I've played with
Loved
him a
his
few
guides
times.
on. Loved his guides on Mobile Fire back in the day.
He's
Taught me Talon. He
one of
did.
the boomers as well. Right, what am I doing? You are
Demonstrate. Yeah. I need to change that name, man. I changed it because I was trying to get rid of a friggin' used to play with some real toxic people. That's another part of my problem, unfortunately, is that I've been through such ins and outs with some of my mates who just became so toxic is untrue.
Oh, I see. It's
That
not
I just
ideal.
couldn't carry on playing with them.
Yeah. Most of the people I
So,
started playing League with back in the day quit. The people I play with now are all people that I met through like joining amateur teams and stuff.
nice. Yeah, I've recently basically I've been trying to conscript some of my buddies into playing again, some of the good ones, and no one was interested. So I just thought, you know what, sod it. I'm gonna go back to playing by myself then and learn it properly.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously we could try and do the XP denying thing that I showed
Yep.
here, but and it is good for you to try that and limit test it and like figure out, yeah, because it can be tricky to execute. It takes a bit of practice.
Mhm.
So like here, you don't even need to go yet. You know what I mean? Like how in this state, how do we know when Nar is going to be close to us?
When the minions get lower.
Yeah, exactly. We watch these bars here. And when they get low, we know that Nar's going to come forward. So if we're
Yeah.
standing like here, and then... Why is my camera moving? So I think the main concept here is you don't need to last hit every single minion, especially in melee versus ranged. Here, it's a lot better for you if instead of doing this and last hitting this, you do this, and you pressure him away from the wave.
Yeah. Got ya.
Okay. The next thing... There's going to be a few things. I want to try and keep it to, like, main concepts and stuff, so that there's not, like, information overload. And then we can give you, like, a list of things to go away and practice before the next session. And then when you come back next session, we can have a look at, like, how those specific things have been going.
How well I'm doing it, yeah.
Okay, so what we ended up doing well here was the level 2 timer that you played for. Why Why does it keep moving away?
You need to press it twice. If you double click
Yeah, I've got it now.
on my portrait, yeah, there.
So level 2 timer is perfect. So, especially with him not skilling E as well, that's terrible for him. So we've got W and Q, right?
Yep.
So, how should we play this in this situation?
I should auto WQ.
Yeah.
And then walk away, probably, if he's near his tower, because he will be.
Okay, what I think you should do is right here. Now, this is like something that you'll have to pay attention to, but we've seen him use Q in the lane, yeah?
Yep.
So we know he's got Q, and we can see these circles, which is his W.
Yeah.
So we know he doesn't have jump. So what we can do now, knowing that he doesn't have jump, is like you said, we can just go on him, and I would just ghost. Ghost, auto, W, use the W to land the Q, and with the Q, we're trying to chase him with Ghost this way, right?
Yep.
He's probably going to have to flash. So we're going to auto W, and then with the Q, sometimes when you're going for a Q trade, you'll move like this, so that this is your inner circle and this is your outer circle, right?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at drawing circles, but you get the concept.
No, I understand, yeah.
But what you want to do when you're chasing them down is instead of moving like this, you want to move like this, so that this is your inner circle and this is your outer circle. And now you're like, because he's going to move like this, so you're still in line with him, you know? And because you're moving faster and you're moving faster with Ghost and he's slowed, I think if you Ghost now and auto WQ, he has to flash.
Got ya.
So that's the first thing. And then when you get level 3, you can threaten to flash on him and then pull him when he is, because he has no flash.
And then how I played it was...
You didn't W for your Q. You just Q. So, let's look again. So you see you auto and Q. Whereas if you slowed him...
Yeah, I get the out part of that.
Yeah, and then you can, with Ghost, you'd probably be able to get 2 more autos, which would make him flash. But also, if you slowed him like all the way back here, he'd be nowhere near up here as well. You'd have way more time.
And then I should have... This is why... And that, in that moment where I stood still, I was wondering, I was like, why hasn't that done anything? And I realised I'm W'd like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. My bad, but... We're learning.
Let's see what happens next. Okay. If we go back to when you died, right? What kills you here?
Ignite.
Let's look at what he uses, right? Okay. Ideally, we wouldn't have flashed there, but we did. So now we're down our flash. But he doesn't have flash and we still have Ghost. So we can use that.
Yeah.
Because the wave's in a really good spot. Like, you identified that you were holding a freeze when we were in the game, or that you had the wave here. So I would be thinking now, okay, I died, but he used his flash. So I can look to Ghost on him and kill him. Because the main thing that dictates whether you can get on him or not in this matchup, normally, is whether you can close the gap without using your E. And Ghost lets you do that. So let's try and find a window where we could do it. So do you remember the clip I showed you with the Karma? With the last hitting thing?
You were...
Like, the wave was here and I was waiting for her to come up to last hit.
Oh yeah. You waiting for her to last hit the cannon, yep.
Yeah, exactly. So if we look for a situation where Nar's going to want to last hit, we can threaten the Ghost on him. So like this creep here. See this one? He might want to last hit this. Now he might Q it. But if he Qs it, that means his next one, like this one, he's going to want to last hit this, you know? So as he's coming in, you can move forward. And you can either threaten to pull him and then Ghost, or you can just Ghost on him and W him and then pull him after he's away. Like, you can either pull him and ghost and chase him down after he ease away, or you can ghost and slow him and then pull him after he ease away. I think both are really good. Both are going to get you a really good trade, and Gnar has to really respect you here. If you, the main thing is, if you stand in front of his creeps rather than behind them, while you have pressure. Because at this point in the lane, you're not far enough behind that you don't still, like, you still have some pressure as Darius early. Especially with Ghost and no flash.
So if he, because he, at this point, if he couldn't be able to, if I was standing where Gnar is basically now, he wouldn't be able to stand that close at all and would have to cloak at range. Got ya. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just playing too scared here almost.
And exactly. And the timers for when you want to do it, because you don't want to just be taking free damage from Gnar all the time. You don't want to permanently stand here.
No.
The timers are based on these health bars. But as champs like that, as lane bullies, I think what you should be doing, because the difficult thing about these matchups is finding a way to ever get this guy to fight you. Because he's a little gremlin who's just going to sit and farm and be ranged and poke you. But we need to create opportunities for him to fight you. And the best way to do that is just, you know that he wants to kill this, and then this, and then this, and that. So when the health bars get low, and you'll see, now I feel like once it's been mentioned, it's something that will become more obvious in replays, but it's harder to spot in game because you're actually playing the game. But in a replay, like right now, you see, he's probably going to, like, I'm thinking he's probably going to walk up and auto this minion, or he's going to miss it. And if he misses it, that's fine. It's a win for you as well. You see what I mean? He walks up and tries to auto it. This one here, he's going to walk up and he's going to try to auto this minion. Not yet. Like there, you see? So here, it's like really small things like this where you can look for kills, especially in lower ranks, because people just won't respect it. I think it's probably your best way to play. So imagine right now we just walk here like this. You can't really see the arrow because it's under the fire, right?
Yeah, I get you though.
But we walk here and he walks in and we just E him like this, and then we ghost. I think that looks really good. It's probably a kill.
Yeah, it's not even over because he's got no flash or ignite.
Exactly.
Walk him down and murder him.
Yeah, because Ghost is really good at that. Like, this is exactly the lane state that you want as Darius when you have your Ghost up. Because if you ever played against Darius and had the wave down here, you've probably been ghosted on. He just ghosts on you and he either kills you or makes you take a really bad reset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, is this type of stuff which I just don't see or haven't seen yet.
But the more you are looking for it, the more you'll see it, because it's really hard to force a Gnar to fight you. It's really hard to force anyone to fight you. It's the same with, like, let's say an Ornn, right? Ornn's gonna look to just try to queue every CS and try and get through lane against you. And it's all about how hard you pressure him for it, and it'll take practice.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already looking at this now going, well, he's going to try and CS that while I'm not standing next to him.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard as well to keep an eye on your own CS too.
Yeah, exactly. It's two health bars that you've got to look at. So here, I think it's kind of too far. Like, the wave really is down here. These two have just wandered off for some reason. So I wouldn't worry about those. I'd be more focused on, especially cannons. People, like, you saw that Karma in the clip, right? People will kill themselves for cannon minions. I don't know what it is. They just cannot bear to lose a cannon minion. So when this gets low, this guy will probably walk up and auto it. Now this is really good.
I think I saw him try for this, and I was like, yeah, he's going to want this cannon, isn't he?
That was actually really good. Perfect. And if you start applying what you did there to that cannon to every minion, you're going to find a lot of times where people will just die to you. Now, what the problem was here was execution. So here, we want to do, you know, the auto WQ?
Yeah, did I miss the auto?
You just W'd, and then you could already be queuing now. Like, it confirms it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll put that in my notes as well. Okay. Yeah, if I'm ever quiet for a second, I'm probably just writing some notes.
No worries, man.
Um, just because I want to give you like a training plan, sort of at the end of the session to go away with. So yeah, which that's what I was gonna say. Which direction do you think you should move for your Q?
I need to be going side by side him, so forward, not behind, so I can.
Yeah,
Because
so
he's going to run back
I would
towards
go
tower.
like this. I think
Yeah.
is the best way to like, because you need to get, it can't be this way because then your Q won't hit. It needs to be somewhat sideways, but you want it to be sort of wonky sideways, I guess I would call it. Diagonal.
Got ya.
But yeah, you want to be moving with your Q towards the way he's going to run to. That's good. Watch it. Okay, so like now, yeah, you used your E, but so did he. So his E's on cooldown, and we know he doesn't have flash, and he only has his E, right? So now if he walks up, he's gonna get Mega, which is like kind of scary, but I think you win as Darius, especially with a bigger minion wave. So now I would like really be pressuring the minions because he can't even jump away anymore.
I was playing particularly scared of Mega, and perhaps I shouldn't have been.
Yeah, like here, I think you can fight him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he just used everything there, and I got a Q.
Especially with Ghost, you're gonna be able to dodge the W. Like if you just Ghost and play to dodge the W and fight him. Again, you missed the auto attack. I think he's dead if you hit the auto. Maybe not quite, but if you still had your Ghost from before, then he would be dead. But you can see here,
missing my autos on that. Yeah, and you really need to remember to actually hit those. Bloody hell.
Here you do exactly what I was talking about, right? When he's mini. Also, I remember you were like waiting for it to time out, so you had the intent of like waiting for him to go mini and then fighting him, which is good. So here you wait for him to go mini, you pull him in, and I don't know if you consciously did it or whether it just happened, but you did exactly what we were just talking about. You waited for him to last hit a minion, and as he goes to last hit it, you pull him in. Look.
Yeah, that was because he was standing still, so that was the whole easiest way to get him, right?
Yep. So I think that's the main thing that was missing from your laning phase. I also had a note that I made. Let's look if there's anything else. I'm going to speed through. And then we can go practice some stuff in custom games. This is when we died to Rammus.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, let's I don't want to go over too many things because then we have a lot to talk about. But do you remember when I was talking about team fights before?
Yep.
And I was talking about how you can get your 5 stack on the Rammus. I think here it would be really easy. You can like look to fight the Gnar, but I would be looking to get my 5 stack as fast as possible. And here I think just going on Rammus gives you a really easy 5 stack. You can also just like E auto WQ the Gnar, and then he's basically out of the fight because he's going to jump away. Again, we missed the auto, by the way. But here I would just look to hit... Like, here you're chasing Gnar, but I would be going Rammus, I think. Now you turn on Rammus. This is good.
The auto again, yeah, you're right. It's did not realise I was doing that. I thought I was hitting my autos beautifully. Apparently not.
Wait for him to get back to lane and then we can have a look at... So, in this freeze frame, what do you think Gnar's going to do right now? Or, like, what do you think he's thinking about doing?
Probably wants that big juicy cannon wave.
I think, like, soon he's going to want this minion. So we can look to try and hook him.
Oh yeah, even more micro. Yeah, you're right. He's going to want that first minion, isn't he?
So, like, you go in the bush, right? And then... I think if you just have patience and wait for... The minions actually won't focus on it. But if you just wait with your hooks until people are going for minions. It's
Yep.
going to be so much easier to land them. Because now we have a... This is the big window I was talking about, where you don't have any hooks, so you don't really have any pressure.
Yeah. That first Q I did in that clip as well. Not that second one. The first one was terrible. Really shouldn't have. Didn't need to do that. Oh wow. Straight into it.
The intent to dodge it was there, though. As long as we're trying to dodge them, you'll get better by just consistently trying to do it. Okay. In a little bit of time, there's a bit where Gnar makes a big mistake. This is good. You get a nice trade. Now here, you don't really have any... Unless you wanted to... I think it's probably... Honestly, I'm not the most experienced Darius player, but maybe there's a world where you just flash... Because you've got 4 stacks on him, you just flash auto-ult him, and then he has to flash away. Maybe that's good. I don't know. I'm not the best Darius player.
What am I? Have I died twice now?
Yeah. But because you already got your 4 stacks on him, I think flash auto-ult would do quite a lot. Because you have your Q coming up as well. He's going to have to flash away.
Flash auto ult.
Flash
Probably,
auto-ult
yeah,
Q.
nearly kills him. Yeah.
I'm here to duck.
Yeah, instead of defensively flashing, yeah, that was me not being decisive enough. That's
have a-
yeah, we talked. That was one of the points in the game where you were like, "I'm gonna come back to this bit."
Yeah, let me have another look at this. The other thing I think you could do is just decide that you're going to ghost on him. So why... Do you know why I think trading Ghost for Flash is such a big deal?
Oh, I mean, Ghost cooldown is just like tons less
Yeah.
than
Ghost
Flash,
is a
like
Ghost is
2 minutes or something.
a full minute less than Ghost
Yeah,
than
minute.
Flash, a full minute. But also, you have Ghost and Flash, whereas he only has Flash. So if, like right now, if you're trying to get on him, right, you have your Flash and your E, and he has his Flash and his E. And he can kind of use, like, if you flash on him, he can E away, and then if you E him back, he can flash away. You'd sort of trade it, right? But if you trade your Ghost for his Flash, suddenly you still have Flash and E, but he only has E. He doesn't have Flash anymore. So you can Flash slow him, and then pull him away when he tries to jump away, because he's got no Flash. So I think trading Ghost for Flash is always good. Like here, you do really well. You land your Q, and you pull him in. I think in these situations, you just Ghost on them.
Yeah, I think 100%. You can see it, can't you? He just dies here.
He's probably going to flash away.
Oh yeah,
But
but
then
have to
you-
summon it. Yeah.
You massively chunked him. You would get 5 stacks on him.
Even
So
yeah, even Flash out there.
you did end up ghosting on him. It just wasn't decisive enough. It wasn't like snappy enough. It was like, oh, I can ghost on him and get my 5 stack. It just needs to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I've hit the pull. I'm ghosting on him. I'm going. And
Yeah.
even more so in the earlier one. Do you remember when you were down here? 'Cause
Yeah.
Imagine that. But you've got all this room to chase him.
Oh no, like it's just a different world then, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
This is the problem with not having played as much as I would have liked, and you see stuff like this, and you're like, I'm going to try that out.
Yeah,
And they
it
just
will
forget.
all come to you in time as well. Here, do you remember when we did that thing where we ran into the tower and then Gnar flashed on us and we flashed away? So Gnar has no flash, right?
Yep.
Here was when I said Gnar made a massive mistake, because if you look at your spells, you have everything. I mean, you don't have summoner spells, right? But you have all your spells. You have your ult, you have your E.
Yep.
Now, he is very ahead of you, but you see what he just did wrong?
He jumped and did his.
He jumped
got rid
in.
of his jump.
Now,
yeah.
look what happens when he becomes mini.
Back off.
He
Now
loses all
he's
that
got no
health.
jump. So
Nothing, no jump.
no jump, and you could pressure him and not let him get these minions. Now, at this point, he's like really ahead of you, so it's kind of not as big a deal as it could be. But imagine the game's even and he does a mistake like that. You can punish it so hard. So, let me jot this down as well. Right. Enemy.
Yeah, he just straight up uses escape there, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay, so I think for now, we'll focus on like this stretch of the lane, and we'll go into customs, and we can practice some stuff, and then you can go play another game. And then I'll give you a training plan for you to do as well for the future. Did you accept my friend request?
Oh no, it's probably come through. Hang on.
Perfect. Okay, so if you lock in Darius, and I'll lock in Gnar, and I'll just play normal runes, I don't know, something like this. Right. What I want you to practice here is, you know the level 1 thing between the minions to deny the XP?
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to bear in mind is that you don't really want to run at Gnar. You want to invite Gnar to run into you. Because if you run into him, Gnar's going to auto-attack you. But if you let Gnar run into you, you're going to kill him. So I'll try and show the difference here. So we'll wait for the minions to spawn. You can get in the bush.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit in the brush.
Yep.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Takes a while for the
Okay,
minions to spawn.
I'm currently in the brush.
Nice.
Don't cue me.
And also, like, this, it works the same against melee champions. I'm showing it against ranged champions because it's kind of the only way you can play the game. Because you can't actually, like, make them fight you. But the same thing works against melee champions. Like I said with Ornn earlier, but, like, every champ, you can pressure even harder into melee champs because you can literally just stand between them and the wave. And they, like, what can they do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, this is the type of shit that no one teaches you when you play this game.
Well, there's no, like... The
No one-
tutorial isn't really a tutorial, is it, in this game?
No.
So, like, abstract concepts like wave management and stuff is just, like, things that players have figured out and... Okay, so, like, now I'm going to start trying to walk into lane, right? And if I try to walk in, you're going to walk at me? Yeah, and now I have to back off, right? And I might get up. Yeah, you see? How, like, don't let me in. See, if I go like this, I can kind of try and get in. Perfect. But you don't want to get autoed by me too much. And then you want to walk in and get your XP. So the only thing you missed there was you didn't get the XP, I think, on some of those minions.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. I also got it.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's okay. Just leave the minions for now and go and stand in the bush again. And just wait for the next wave to come and pretend the next wave is the first wave again. We'll just try it again. And just remember that, like, it's not a big deal if I auto-attack you, because you have a Doran shield. In my games, I take second wind in my off tree into the range champs, but you can take this page as well. So, like, here, I'm walking up, you're going to just pressure me. I'm trying to get an XP range. Perfect. And then you're getting XP, I'm not. Okay, so now kill this next wave and go for a... Like, once you've killed this next wave and crashed it into my turret, go for a recall.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll practice the thing after that. Which will be the pressuring me when I go for last hits, right? So I'm down in XP, so you've already got a lead.
It's insane just how easy a concept that is to understand, and I mean,
Yeah, and it's something that
Yeah,
you'll...
how many
I
games,
think
millions
you'll
of
see
games
it
it
in
take?
literally every game that you play now as well.
how many hundreds and thousands of games though will you play in top lane to be like, oh yeah, this is this is how you do this with who's your top main? Is it Riven or someone like that?
I used to main Riven, now I play Cassante mostly.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on Cassante.
He's kind of like new Riven, I guess. He's what Riven wants to be.
Really.
Okay, so I have quite a big minion wave, which can be the only problem. You want to hit the wave now with your Q to thin it out. Yeah, so just make it a bit smaller. And now you can look to, you see, like, if you watch the health bars of your minions, I'm just going to walk up and auto them, right? I'm not going to try and space. Just try and, perfect! You landed a hook on me at exactly the right time. Now, it happened that I was Mega Gnar at the right time. I could have taken a good trade on you, but it's mostly, like, we'll wait until you've got hook again, and we'll just go for it again. We'll just practice, like, the timing of when I'm going to walk up and last it. And also, like, here, yes, perfect. Right as I last it. Exactly right. Ideally, not walk into the tower.
Not two tower shots, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You got your passive on me.
Good passive, yeah.
Now, I'm not really doing much in retaliation, because I'm just trying to get you to...
But I understand,
but
yeah.
You're seeing it now, right?
Yeah.
So here again. You're kind of low. The trade might not go your way. Actually, let's... don't touch the minions for now. I want to see you mechanically execute something. I'm pushing it hard to make the wave go to your side of the lane. Do you remember when the wave was like down there last time?
Yeah.
So now it's more on your side. So what I want you to do is when I go for my next last hit, I want you to E auto WQ me and then ghost and run me down. Oh, you hit the minion. So I didn't get slowed, so it didn't hit confirm. So...
I didn't press my target champions only button like a excited little mouse.
Yeah, I've never actually used that. I just tried to click the right thing, but it is actually really, it's way better to use it. I just couldn't be bothered to learn.
The one thing that I practice is to do that before if I hit my E, it's usually like, it's usually second nature for me to smash target champions only and then go in for you, but.
Okay, now let me show you one last thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna, like, let's say you did that thing right with the ghost and I had to flash. Okay, so I've got no flash now.
Yep.
When my mega runs out, I want you to just flash W me and then start autoing me, and then when I jump away you can just pull me, because I don't have flash, I can only jump away. So I want to see if you can, so like now just flash W me and start running me down. And then pull my E. Oh, not quite. So if you can get
it was
slightly
too late.
Yeah, if you can get slightly quicker on that, if that E hit me, I was dead. 100%. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So those are like the three things.
So flash W on specific to champions with escape.
Yeah, you can. It's about like timing when the flash is happening. Okay, I'm gonna leave this game and I'm gonna try and write some notes. So we've got custom practice. We did level 1 XP denies. We did threatening when enemy goes the last hits, and then decisively using summoner spells, especially when enemy escapes are on cool. Okay, so I think I can show my notes now. Oops, where did it go? Oh no, there we go. I have way too many files open in this thing.
Yeah, man.
Right. Don't need this anymore. Okay, so these are just some things that I want you to practice. So in practice tool, maybe like as a warm-up before you go into your games, just practice last hit in the minions without using your W. Because your W kind of resets the cooldown when you use it to last hit, but not completely. And then the enemy gets like a bit of free time where you have no W. Whereas if you just last hit with your basic auto attacks, you always have your W ready. Now sometimes there's going to be like 2 dying at the same time, and then you would auto one and W the other. But just get as good as you can at last hitting without using your W.
Yep.
Next up, we've got pressuring the CS. Watch the HP of your minions, the ones that they're going to go for. During your warm-up as well. So these two things are for your warm-up. Just practice your auto WQ fast cancel. So let me show you how fast it can be. Something like this. You want to get it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be perfect every time, and you always want to make sure the most important thing is that all three of them go through. And then after that, it's how fast you can do it. So I need to be level 3. Dummy. I guess I only need to be level 2, really. So that speed, you see?
Yeah.
Like that. So just keep practicing it until you can reliably get it to that sort of speed. And you see, the Q, the timing of it, you need to make sure the auto goes through. But then you can basically press WQ almost instantly. Like, the W can basically be invisible if you watch. Like that. So it's more about just having a little bit of patience to wait for that first auto to go through.
So the distance of your outer part of your Q is the same as your auto attack range.
Yeah, it will hit unless they move into it. But a lot of the time you're going to want to move. Like, let's say this guy's trying to run away from me, right? I'm going to go like this. So that I'm following him.
Yeah, I absolutely get arranging it. I just did not realise that it was like that. Basically, like, you could stand still and do it if someone wasn't standing. That's insane.
Yeah. Now let's... Where's the allied dummy? Let's say this is a minion that someone's trying to get, right?
Yep.
You can either auto WQ them, or if you don't have time for that, you can just do this. And it's going to confirm your Q. Because you use the slow of your W to hit your Q. So you want to practice that, and then just go into a lane, and just practice your last hitting without... I don't even have an item here. And just...
Yeah, that's the best way, isn't it?
But I would just buy the item that you would normally buy, like Doran's Blade or Doran's Shield or whatever.
Cool.
I think Blade does 5 more damage than Shield, so it's slightly different. Yeah, just get used to like when you can last it. So those are your 2 things to do in warm-up. Then we've got the whole thing about pressuring the HP of your minions and looking to attack the enemy when they go on it. And then just practice your level 1 XP denies. See if you can do it, see when you can do it. Sometimes it'll fail. Don't worry if it fails. Just try again next game. And just keep trying it. So I'll send you this in our DMs so that you have it.
Sweet. Yeah, if there's one thing I don't think I tilt as much as I used to.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Tilting is
definitely
never
was.
ideal.
I definitely used to be a lot more hot-headed when I played this game, but since having kids, that's all taken out on like frustrated with them now.
Yeah.
Games just chill.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to go into another game now. And this time I'm gonna be a bit more vocal. I'm gonna be talking to you about these things that we've just covered. So we're gonna be looking for all the times when you can do it. So if you can stream for me again and go into another game, that would be perfect.
My buddy here's gonna be like, "Why don't you play with me?"
Let me get this on the correct monitor.
Let's be like, "I didn't see you online, buddy."
It's so warm. It needs to not be summer anymore.
Tell me about it, man. Like, I've got 2 fucking fans on me and a window open. Still roasting.
But yeah, things like learning your matchups and like how to play things mechanically. I find that they just come to you. If you play a lot of games, they will come to you.
Yeah.
I think from my end, it's more about giving you the right things to think about rather than to do. Like thinking about these minion timings and when you can go on people. So hopefully we get a lot of opportunities like that in this game, and I can tell you where they are and you can go, oh yeah, and then do it, and hopefully it'll go quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a I mean, looking at I've always maintained that there must be a way to play your game which comes down to some simple repeatable shit like your fundamentals. But everywhere you look, it's all about you learn your matchups and you know your champ and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't help you play the game. That helps you know what you're kind of doing. But if you don't know the fundamentals of it, and
Yeah,
that's
I
it's
agree. Like you could
so
have
hard to find.
you could put me against a gold player and I could first time a champion and I would probably win, but you could put a challenger player against me and they could first time a champion and they'd probably win because their fundamentals are just that much better.
But this is it, right? This is exactly what I'm saying. It's like, what are the fundamentals? And this is the type of stuff that finally learning, I guess.
Yeah. It's good. And I'll like hopefully we'll be covering like different things every week.
Yeah.
If you get lots of time to practice this, that would be great because then we can see how much it's improved and we can say, okay, now we've got through like the first sort of 8 minutes of the game with this stuff. Let's look at the next 8 minutes of the game and what things we can do. Because then it's going to be a lot of the time you're going to be coming out of lane ahead as Darius. And the next thing, so like as a sneak peek for next week, is probably going to be how do we translate this lead into something? How do we make the lead that we got in lane matter in the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's all well and good going 3-0 in lane if you don't actually use it to win the game. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is which Nexus blows up. You could be 300-0, but if the enemy kills your Nexus, no one's going to remember that.
No, absolutely, I get it, and this is why this is, you know, that is the goal at the end of the game, is to win.
Yep.
It's not about looking good. You can look shit while you're doing it, but definitely know that mentality from all my time playing hockey as a kid.
I just had like this epiphany, right? Do you know much about Warhammer 40k?
A tiny bit.
There's,
I play a fuck ton. I used to play. I mean, I still do. Why?
There's a guy on YouTube called the Amber King. He does like lore videos. Your voice, like you sound very similar to him.
That's not me, but I've been told. Yeah, I've been. I used to be when I was younger. I used to be an actor.
Oh wow!
So the diction of my voice, especially in microphones, is quite clear. I also started streaming a bit of Guitar Hero last year because when I had time, I still played the community version of it.
Oh nice.
So I used to get comments on Twitch all the time saying, "Oh, you sound like this, but you look completely different." It's like, yes, because it's not me. The funniest one I had though was that someone thought I was the voice actor for Ghost from New Call of Duty.
Oh really?
Yeah, they were like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
Oh,
100%.
My fiance is obsessed with him.
Lovely, yeah, that absolutely. Oh, you're getting married! Congratulations!
Yeah. Thank you.
Beginning of the end of your life.
So you mentioned your wedding earlier. So are you married?
I've been married for it'd be 6 years in October.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not all that bad. It's great. Like it's when it's the right person, it's fine. Like marriage gets a bad rap when it's with the wrong person.
Yeah, can imagine.
I'm gonna ban Set purely because I reckon this guy wanted to play him, and if I get up against the same dude, no, I really don't want to play against Ilawi. Almost fell into the trap. I don't mind Set as much.
My permaban at the minute is Vayne. Purely because it's like, I think it's the only unplayable matchup for Cassante. I just can't, there's nothing you can do against Vayne top.
Yeah, I know that pain a lot from playing top lane a few years ago. I was constantly getting. I think for some reason I was in Smurf queue, or I was in an elo that I probably shouldn't have been in, and that was probably due to the last time I played on the account was when I was turbo luluing about with a Twitch. Oh, great volley bear top, lovely. So I was just constantly. I'd pick Darius first, and constantly get into a Vayne or a Quinn or something, and I was like, this is just going to be miserable until my elo leveled out, and then I started getting stuff like volley bear top. Is support brand even a thing these days?
I mostly see it jungle or mid actually, but sometimes you get a support brand.
Yeah, can't imagine how shocked I was when I came back to watching the game on the pro scene, the LEC, and I was watching people play jungle Zyra. I was like, what the hell has happened to the game since I've been away? Right, so Volibear has a thing that he puts down.
Yeah.
He goes into it, slows me, and gives him a shield. Does magic damage, so I probably want to go magic boots.
Pretty much the entire matchup for you is trying not to get hit by the E.
That's his thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'll win the rest of the trades if I ignore those.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't think he can do much else to me without items. Let's have a look. Level 500 volley bear. Let's go. Oh no, mastery locked. Love it. Love to see it. That is
so
fucking hell.
We can look for a level XP, level 1 XP tonight if he walks into lane late. You know, so there's a gap between him and his minions. If he's already in his minions, there's not really much you can do about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what he tries to do. Any world where you wouldn't skill W first if you're trying to go 1v1?
I might go Q in this matchup, just to just poke him early and damage the wave, because he's gonna push the wave quite hard with his passive. I think this might be a matchup where you go Q. I'd have to watch like some Zhao Chao Meng or something to see what he does.
But so you suggesting I go Q now, or do I?
Just wait until he walks in, because you might be able to zone him off at XP with the W if he walks in late.
Oh yeah, if you walk straight up to me, I think you just
go W and fight him.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite skins on Darius. Turns him into a robot.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The 40k is strong. Although I'm a Tau main.
Oh really?
Dirty Tau player, yeah. I used to play Space Wolves back in the day, but because I had so many armies, I had to get rid of one, and my Space Wolves were not painted to the level of my tower. So I just thought, if I was to keep one.
Okay, so let's watch as this wave comes in and see if Volibear's inside the wave. If he's not, we can... The one thing you want to be careful of is not getting hit by the sea. Okay, he's going inside the wave. Oh wait, he might face check you. Yeah, you can fight him here. Just auto W him and then keep autoing. Walk backwards now. Ah, okay. It's fine. You can keep going. Nice, big trade. And now you can look to stand between him and his minions. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, you fucker, really?
You're probably going to have to pop your potion now. Does that hit you? Now remember your level 2 timer? You can go for a level 2 trade here. Yeah. Close. Good dodge. Okay, we lost a lot of health early, so we're gonna probably need to look to crash this wave and take a recall. He's got no E now, so now we can look for a Q on him. Ideally, we want to let his shield run out first. Okay, let's push this wave as hard as we can. Nice. I think Flash W kills. Or is he just dead to the minions? Okay, nice. Okay, crash the wave, take your reset. He's going to TP back. Yep. Okay, so now what's going to happen is the wave's going to start pushing into you, right? And
Yep.
we can look for those windows where he's going to want to walk up to auto them. Because we're going to be much stronger. You can get, yeah, you can get like the boots and the magic thing. And a refill pot.
Oh, so much better already. Fucking hell. Aggro play.
So now,
Yeah,
now that we've
this
got a
is
lead,
dumb.
we want to
What
start.
is he doing?
We want to start pressuring every farm he goes for. So he's going to get this into the tower, and that's going to make it start slowly pushing towards him. But remember, when it's doing that, just your positioning should be in front of your minions rather than behind them. You want aggressive positioning. So don't push this too fast. Yi can literally run away. There's nothing going on down there. Just push this as slowly as you can. Like, only last it. And now just invite him to come for these minions. So the first one that's going to die is that melee. He's not walking up for it. But every single one of these minions that he doesn't walk up for, he's just missing the gold. Oh, he's going to miss the cat. Don't let him get this cannon. Oh, he might be able to E it, actually. You see the concept, right? You just threaten him if he goes for the cannon. Yes, good. You can walk up and play off your level 6 as well. Oh, cancelled the W. I think if you, like, auto W Q'd him there, you could get one more auto and ult him and he'd probably die.
Yeah, that was me
But it's
being
okay,
a
because
pussy around the tower. Yeah.
you're still so much stronger. So, like, on this next wave, wait until the minions collide. So wait until all the minions collide.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And now walk, get your aggressive positioning. You see how hard it is? Like, he can't walk up.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
This is so much better. Just where you're standing in the lane, you're getting so much pressure. You just missed a cannon. Oh no! Okay. You could have missed the cannon, but we last hit a little bit early, so it's...
Yeah.
It didn't die.
So I didn't deny it though.
But it's fine. Like, the concept's there, and you'll just practice it and get better and better at it. Amazing. Perfect. I would just reset straight away rather than
Oh, not
taking the
grief for a
plates.
plate. Yeah, shit,
Just
shit.
pure
Right
tempo
away.
when you're playing like this, because you can get straight back to between his minions and him and just not let him, give him no room to breathe. It's good. I don't think the order of components really matters. Just build into Strikebreaker in whatever order you feel is best.
I like getting the. Sometimes I like getting the phage first, but I feel attack damage here is just gonna make him
Yep.
shit himself quicker.
Okay, what's the one advantage he has over you right now?
In this lane state.
I'm thinking
But he's
more
pushing.
he's got his ult and you haven't.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So I would be a little bit patient and just, like, there's no point trying to fight him ult into no ult. Just last hit and wait for your ult to come back, and then when you've got your ult, start playing really aggressive again. He's terrified of you. W's on cooldown, a bit unfortunate, but
Yeah.
fine. Like, so here your hook's on cooldown, right? But if he tries to auto a creep to kill it, you can still just WQ him. Yeah, it's so good. Such good positioning. He just misses that creep entirely. Nothing he can do about it. I mean, he could try to contest, but you're so far ahead, you're 2-0, you'll just blast him. And now you've got your ult back, so now it's like he can die again. And you just make every single CS an absolute misery for him to get.
What is this game?
There, you don't need to pull him, because he's already in melee range.
That was just a muscle memory of.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That
good.
must
It's
be
good
memory.
that you're building the habit of doing it on these timers, though. Oh, I think you could have just pulled him on that cannon thing, but you can pull him
Yeah.
on the next minion that he goes for. Good. One more time and he's dead. Or maybe just ult. Nice. You can ghost away, maybe. Okay, she had to ult.
I think she had me and she ulted. Oh, you suck, Kiana. Never mind. Should have done it there.
I'm not too bothered about like how you play around junglers right now. I more want to just like focus on the 1v1. And then we can start incorporating that, you know? And so far this is like a lot better.
Oh, it's fucking night and day, this, isn't it? Bloody hell.
But I think the best way to go is like find concepts like this and then practice them until they become almost second nature, and then find another one and then practice that. And then find another one and then practice that, you know?
Yeah. It's just.
How's the CS looking? Because you've missed quite a few, but you're still at a big lead in CS. Like, imagine if you get really good at CSing, so you're at like 80 or 90 now, and he's sat at 40 because he can't ever walk up. So now you don't even need to worry about the fact that you have no ult, because he doesn't either. You used them at the same time. So now like you're just winning. He's going for that minion. He's going to go for that one. If you're scared of the size of the wave, just make it a little bit smaller.
Oh wow. I missed the part that I wanted there.
Do you know how many creeps you need to hold a freeze here?
It's 3 more than this, but I think there's too many. I'm gonna have to thin it again this bit.
Yeah, you need
There we go.
four creeps to be left over. Okay, he just roamed and missed the whole wave. He died actually, so you can just push the wave into his tower and he'll lose the entire wave. But yeah, it's kind of like I said earlier, right? The difficulty on Darius a lot of the time is not going to be fighting people, because Darius is so strong in the lane. It's more about getting people to fight you. So we're going to keep looking for ways that we can make people come close to us. And the number one is CS, as you can see.
What? Yeah, you just like it's. No, sorry, mate. You're not having the. You're not having that freeze. Go fuck yourself. Didn't realize that he was still going to be he was back that quick. Oh, that's a dead Varus. Oh, please, please, Wally Bear.
I mean, he's used his Q. You can maybe just go on him. He's getting distance on you. But now you can just stop him getting all these creeps again.
Oh, cannon, go away.
He's lucky enough to be playing a champion with a spell that lets him farm from like 2000 range. So he does actually get some.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Oh, tremble. Tried to grab him to stop him doing that.
Yeah, close. The dangerous thing for him if he does that is if the grab does hit him, he can't shield himself because he just used it to farm. So when we're doing this, we don't want to push too fast, right? We want to keep it in a position like if he's under his tower, he can just farm. But when it's like this, he has to really like find spots
I'm going to
where he
struggle
can
a bit
farm.
now because I've got.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're starting to transition out of the laning phase anyway. Like the plates are gone now. It's more going to be about like how we play with our team, like last game, where we're sort of. I'll let you do this fight. You know what? I don't even hate it. It was ambitious, and it's like limit testing. Yeah, I like it. I like limit testing when you're trying to learn. It's good.
Yeah, I thought if I'd flashed away from the last one, I would have got it. But honestly, I was hoping that the ult just finished him, but it didn't. Oh, this is beautiful. I like Ionian boots of lucidity when I'm playing Darius.
He's so squishy with those.
He's literally got this for defense against me.
So now, who's strong in the game? Your team's stronger than theirs, right?
Yeah,
so
everyone.
Let's start trying to do what we were doing before. Let's start trying to like play with the team as well. So,
okay, so
what we can do
push
is
and roam.
do the XP denying thing until it goes onto his tower, and then when it's on his tower, instead of just like standing and watching him farm, let's go and do something with our team. And then it'll come, and then by the time we come back, we can start doing the XP deny thing again, and we can sort of rotate. It almost becomes like a flowchart in a way. Right, good luck. Nice Q. The more situations like that you find yourself in as well, the easier you'll find it to play them. That was so good, by the way. You pulled him out of the thing. You pulled him out of the shield. That's something that like I thought about maybe talking to you about, but I thought it might be too many things at once. But that is one way you can win this matchup.
Ooh, why play around my team when my team can play around me?
Oh, they surrendered.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Just
so I can
easy clap.
Let's have a look over the VOD of that one as well.
Bloody hell! What a difference!
Night and day difference, yeah.
Right, night and day.
So the more games you play, the more you keep practicing it as well. You'll see like your opponents are gonna really hate you.
Yeah, that. It's important to remember what I did well there, though, because you can quite easily go in thinking you're to the next game thinking you're God, and then be shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, like, if you die to the jungler at this stage in your learning, don't really worry about it. We haven't covered jungle tracking or anything like that at all. I think your mental stack would be way too overloaded if we tried to consider the junglers as well during this.
Yeah.
We will get into that. Just for now, we'll focus purely on the 1v1.
Yeah, awesome.
Is my stream working on Discord?
I'm just gonna check. Hang on. No, I can't see
Oh, okay.
a button to press yet.
Yeah, your screen. League of... Wait, that's the client. I want the game. There we go. Yeah,
There we go.
nice. Okay, so the first thing is this level 1. Just be a bit more ready. Like, you see him here? Oh, he's walking in. I'll just skill W and I'll auto W in him and I'll just start autoing him.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that was just. I should just walked away then. And
I think that one's fine, honestly, because you get a 5-stack bleed on him, and now, like, the good thing about this is that the wave is yours. Do you know what I mean? Like, the position in the lane is yours.
yeah,
The bad part comes here. So
take the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, against Volibear, watch. There's like a visual cue and an audio cue. There. Now you can't see this circle yet. I wonder if I put it on. No, you actually. Maybe the fog of war doesn't care, but yeah, it shows instantly for Volibear. There's a slight delay for his enemy.
Oh yeah.
He sticks his hand up in the air and he goes, "Storm unleashed." That's when, a lot of the time, unless he's like predicting you, you see if you start walking away from him here, he wants to put it on himself because it gives him a shield. So you can expect it's going to be on him. On that
Yeah.
audio cue, and just like it does so much damage. It's kind of his only power in this lane. Now, like here, do you remember when I was talking about last hitting without W?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine here we last hit this creep for level 2 with a normal attack, and then we put our point into E. And we just walked up and E'd him. Like, here. You see?
E auto Q. Yeah.
And we've still got
melts.
W. Well, we don't have the Q, but we've still got W ready.
W, sorry. Yeah.
And then we can just keep autoing him, because he's level 1.
Yeah. It just melts him, doesn't it? And he dies there.
That was really good. You walked out of the W. You get some nice passive stacks on him. You have full control of the wave. And then the reason having full control of the wave is good. This is kind of getting onto higher concepts where we're getting onto wave control, but I don't want you to just die constantly, is that if you can push this wave into the tower, you can just recall and come back with full health, which is what we ended up trying to do, right?
Yeah. That is called a cheater recall, right?
On this particular, on third wave, yeah, that would be called a cheater recall.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good cue. Now, do you know when your level 3 timer is off of this wave?
I'm usually looking at my experience bar. I
Okay.
can't remember how many
you've
minions
got-
it is.
If you've got everything, it will be the first 2 melee minions of this wave.
Oh, okay.
So you need this one and this one. So like here, you know you're gonna get your E, right? So you can... Do you remember when I was talking about like aggressive positioning?
Yeah, stand up further.
You killed this one and then you went this way. Whereas if you killed this one and went this way, and then killed this one, then you can look for E like this. Just
Yeah.
level 3 into level 2. But again, it's like you did so well with it, given that it was your first game thinking about it. Every game you play while thinking about it, you'll get better and better at it.
Yeah.
But it's just like looking for these windows. So now you've got your E, right? So now if he tries to auto attack a creep, you're gonna just pull him.
Like that.
This is good. However, one thing, I think this is because I was telling you to crash the wave.
Yeah, that's why I queued.
Yeah. Normally you'd want to just hold your Q, but I think like I've said before, when there's so many things going on, it's hard to keep track of everything.
Yep.
And there's things that are like natural to me that I don't. Sometimes it's hard to explain everything all at once, but this is good, really good. But again, it's just going to be all these little windows where if you watch your own reviews, if you get time, you'll probably be able to find times where it's like, oh, I could have pressured this minion a little bit harder. Oh, I could have pressured this one a bit harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the better your eye for them gets, the better you'll get at it. Let's see when he comes back to lane.
There he's walking through jungle weirdly.
So his next minion's this one, and you're just walking up to deny it. Really good. You dodge that. When you do your warm-up as well, with your last hit in, try to last hit as slow as possible, because at times like this, the longer it takes for this wave to get here, the more you deny.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Got ya.
So when you're doing your little last hit warm-up, you can try and last hit late. So here, he should miss... minion targeting kind of makes him not miss this cannon, which is unfortunate. A lot of champs, though, aren't Volibear. A lot of champs don't have this E that they can use to farm with.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
So they're just kind of screwed in these situations. Yeah, I like that. You're walking up for the WQ, like as your Q was coming off cooldown. Okay, I think I told you in the game, right? But when you're doing this, the minions will shoot you if you don't wait for them to collide.
Yeah, you need to crash. Let them crash first before.
It's fine. You just take like 50 unnecessary damage, which is a very, very small thing. It's just a good habit to have, is to just let them collide first. And now here, he can't walk in. Looks fun.
Dropping my my OG Zoe emotes.
So that was the time where, do you remember if you last hit a little later, you would have denied this cannon as well?
Yep, yeah, absolutely. It's important to. Some I wasn't looking at was the minion targeting, but some are.
It's a lot of things to keep track of. Like, there's 2 health bars, there's the minion targeting, there's where he is standing, there's where you're standing, there's what spells are on cooldown. It's a lot. And it'll all just come with practice, yeah.
I've got the desire to do this, like... Don't give a shit how old I am. Still play the game.
I mean, think of it this way, right? Faker's older than me. Like,
Yeah.
he won
Well,
Worlds last year, so
Well, I'm 34.
it's not that much older than Faker, to be
So
honest.
it's not. I know. I'm not that. When people talk about reaction time and stuff, it's like, yeah, but bloody hell, it's not as if I'm an F1 driver.
Well, exactly. There's that, and also, like, if you look at average ages for, like, footballers, right? People play football until they're in their 40s.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I'm sure you can manage playing video games.
Absolutely.
Maybe you won't become Chovy. I don't think anyone's becoming Chovy. That guy's a robot.
I mean, I'd like to hit a rank where I'm like, you know what, I'm sick of this game.
That was, I mean, yeah, you did everything right there, and he's dead. And
You know
now,
what?
the best thing about
made
dying
sure-
is he misses all of these.
And I made sure that I hit my auto Q,
Yeah.
auto W, sorry.
Skip forward until next time he's back. But you see what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for the minions that he's going to last it and thinking, can you pressure these? You last it your cannon. So he wants to
absolutely.
last it this, and you know he's in this bush. So here I would be standing, rather than here, I would be standing like here, you know?
Yeah, a little bit further up. I
If you're-
can't actually see your mouse pointer.
Oh, I know why. Sorry, let me fix that. There you go. Is that better?
That's a lot better. Yeah.
Ah, sorry about that. In the
alright.
video that'll go on YouTube, it'll all have been recorded anyway. So if you do want to watch it back, you'll see it. So yeah, it's just like if you're standing on the minion he wants to last it, then you don't need to use your E. So you got very good at using your E to grab him. The next step will be not even using your E, just starting with your W, and then when he tries to run away, you pull him back in, and you get a really long trade. It's because I'm moving the camera. It keeps going back onto directed camera. So here, I wouldn't push like this. just keep denying as long as you can, you know?
Yeah.
Make him sad. Darius is a very good champion for making your enemy sad. And do you remember when I said that, like when we were talking before we started the session, when I said that with Irelia it would be a very similar thing, it's just harder to execute?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're looking to E them when they go for the last hit and punish.
Mm.
And then you can all in them. But she's just a lot harder to pilot than Darius.
Yeah, there's a lot more moving parts to her kit.
Yeah. So this is good. You're stood on the minion that he wants to last it. And this was the case. Do you remember I said you don't need to E him? Like
Yeah, just
you could have got your
auto
three.
W.
You could have got your 3 stacks on him, and then E'd him and got another stack, and then autoed him and
Yeah.
autoed him, and he would probably
Yeah.
die. But again, you're thinking about a lot of things that you wouldn't ordinarily be thinking about. So eventually, these things will become like habit, and then it's easier to start thinking about other things. We just build on it like that. So like here, I'm sure you, at this point, you probably know what I'm going to say before I say it, right? When he goes for this cannon.
I mean, pressure it.
Yeah, we're just going
Yeah.
to pressure this cannon because we've got E up. As
Get
well.
every E up here, so he's going to walk towards us and. Yeah, oh, he missed it, but yeah. Should
Yeah,
have
every-
made him pay for.
Every single creep, like every window we find where we can pressure where we didn't, is just an improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
He walked back in with his passive stacked on. I think you can live here if you just ghost and go this way, by the way. If that makes
I'll run
sense.
off, yeah.
Because what happens is she lands the Q on you. Here, which lets her dash. If she doesn't Q you, she can't dash.
Yeah.
I mean, she can dash, but then she only gets 1 dash. Also, she wouldn't be able to dash because her Q gives vision. Vision. She wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. From here, I think it was fairly rinse and repeat. But yeah, you can see that like you can see 2 things from this VOD. You can see that 1, there's a massive improvement, and 2, there's still improving to do, which is like
Yeah.
the worst thing is when you feel like you played something perfectly and you still lost. When you don't know what you can do better. But every single creep you can look at and think, could I have denied that harder? And this is just one aspect of the game as well.
Yeah.
So for now,
Oh, yeah, I know, it's just leaning face.
yeah, for now, just keep practicing these, like every single time we can deny a creep. We'll just keep looking for it. Like again, we'll get back in now. Okay, you pull him. Get some stacks on him. Wait for the next wave. I think you got your item, maybe. Okay, yeah. So here, like, the slower we push, the better, because we deny more. And also we stack a bigger wave, which we'll cover next week, why stacking big waves is so good. But basically the TLDR is it gives you more time to go and play with your team.
Yeah. It's weird, don't look like me playing.
I mean, dude, it's like when you watch it from Volibear's perspective, you're so scary. And that's what you want to be in top lane. Especially as a champ like Darius, you want to be scary for the enemy.
Yeah.
A summoner has disconnected.
I did the Ezreal
And
just
then
rage quit.
after this, it's like the thing where you limit test it under the tower, which, you know, go for it. Like, limit test in your games. You'll learn by it.
Yeah.
And then they surrendered. So yeah, before we close off, you've got your sort of training plan, right? You've got your warm up exercises and your things to keep track of in your games.
Yep.
Do you have any questions or anything you want to ask me? Any, replays of anything you're unsure about, or just anything final before we end off?
Just one thing you say. What is it that you put on YouTube?
Oh, it'll just be the full recorded session. It'll take a while to upload, but if you scroll down in my channel through the videos, you'll find some from when I've coached before, and it's just like that. It's just like a VOD, essentially.
Yeah, perhaps just edit my name out. Then I didn't realize you were recording the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the only thing there. Just because, I didn't realize. The question, I think that's really. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I don't remember what I was going to ask. So besides Darius, and so Darius gets banned away from me.
Yeah.
Out of the pool that I can play, who plays or even someone else to suggest who plays similar that I can perhaps use these same concepts with.
Who's most similar to Darius? Maybe like Set, where you can pull them in with the E and then trade on them.
Okay. So I'll try and watch a few Set videos. I've not really played much of Set.
I would try to just play Darius as much as you can. Just stick to the same champ. Like, even if it means that you have to dodge if it gets banned or something, it's not a big, like, dodging's not a big deal. It doesn't affect your MMR at all. So.
Okay. Cool. That's good then, because I will. I mean, I'll try and just play Darius then. Yeah, that's about it. We've gone through a lot there.
Yeah.
So
I'll be checking up on you over the week and seeing how you're going with things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No worries. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I can't wait to test some of this stuff out by myself.
Nice one.